I took a personality test and these are the results. Because I don't want you guys to be spoiled with the questions, I'll put the link in the comments below so you can do the test without finding out what the questions are, without me spoiling them for you. But I will read my results for the personality test. Your personality type is INFPT. And it's a woman with the flowers. Well, I'm a woman. At least she has long hair. No, a mediate. Let's see what the stats actually say. So, this trait determines how we interact with our environment. So it says I'm 60% introverted, 40% extroverted. I think that's about right, because I wouldn't consider myself a complete introvert, but I would much rather prefer like my own self. So that's correct. Energy. This trait shows where we direct our mental energy. Ooh, mental energy. Do I have any? I don't know. Let's see what the test says. 69% intuitive. 69%, ha 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 ha, second grade. And 31% observant. Really? I am very intuitive, but I also observe a lot. But I guess, I don't know, interesting. Nature. This trait determines how we make decisions and cope with emotions. 79% feeling, 21% thinking. Jesus, that's depressing. Tactics. This trait reflects on our approach to work, planning, and decision making. 33% judging, 67% prospecting. Good, that's a good thing, I think. Identity. This trait underpins all others, showing how confident we are in our abilities and decisions. I'm 90% turbulent. Great. And 10% assertive. Great. If you take the test, tell me in the comments below what results you get. Honestly, oh, start reading. Okay, go. Oh, it actually tells stuff about me. That's a really nice website. Some of my strengths and weaknesses. A mediator's strengths are idealistic. Mediators' friends and loved ones will come to admire and depend on them for their optimism. Their unshaken belief that all people are inherently good, perhaps simply misunderstood, lends itself to an incredible, resilient attitude in the face of hardship. Wow, wow. Seek and value harmony. People with the mediator personality type have no interest in having power over others and don't much care for domineering attitudes at all. They prefer a more democratic approach and work hard to ensure that every voice and perspective is heard. These are my qualities. Open-minded and flexible. A live and let live attitude comes naturally to mediators, and they dislike being constrained by rules. Mediators give the benefit of the doubt too, and so long as their principles and ideas are not being challenged, they'll support others' right to do what they think is right. Very creative. Mediators combine their visionary nature with their open-mindedness to allow them to see things from unconventional perspectives. Being able to connect many far-flung dots into a single theme, it's no wonder that many mediators are celebrated poets and authors. Passionate and energetic. When someone captures mediators' imagination and speaks to their beliefs, they go all in, dedicating their time, energy, thoughts, and emotions to the project. Their shyness keeps them from the podium, but they are the first to lend a helping hand where it's needed. Dedicated and hard-working. While others focusing on the challenges of the moment may give up when the going gets tough, mediators, especially assertive ones, have the benefit of their far-reaching vision to help them through. Knowing that what they are doing is meaningful gives people with this personality type a sense of purpose and even courage when it comes to accomplishing something they believe in. Mediator weaknesses. There's a photo with the same long-haired lady, as I said, long hair, with a piece of paper and some messier books, desk in front of her. Too idealistic. Yep, that sounds like me. Mediators often take their idealism too far, setting themselves up for disappointment as again and again, I may add, evil things happen in the world. This is true on a personal level too, god dang it. As mediators may not just idealize their partners, but idolize them, forgetting that no one is perfect. Too altruistic, yep. Mediators sometimes see themselves as selfish, but only because they want to give so much more than they are able to. This becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy as they try to push themselves to commit to a chosen cause or person, forgetting to take care of the needs of others in their lives and especially themselves. Impractical. When someone captures mediators' imagination, they can neglect practical matters like day-to-day maintenance and simple pleasures. Sometimes people with the mediator personality type will take this as asceticism so far as to neglect eating and drinking as they pursue their passion or cause. Yeah, workaholic basically. True. Dislike dealing with data. Honestly, the first time I shot the video, I wanted to read it, but I just skimmed through it, so that was the proof of me disliking data. Mediators are often so focused on the big picture that they forget the forest is made of individual trees. Well, I think that doesn't sound like me. Mediators are in tune with emotions and morality, and when the facts and data contradict their ideals, it can be a real challenge for them. It doesn't really happen, so. Take things personally. Mediators often take challenges and criticisms personally, rather than an inspiration to reassess their position, avoiding conflict as much as possible. Mediators will put a great deal of time and energy into trying to align their principles and criticisms into a middle ground that satisfies everybody. Yeah. Difficult to get to know. Mediators are private, reserved, and self-conscious. This makes them notoriously difficult to really get to know, and their need for these qualities contributes to their guilt they often feel for not giving more of themselves to those they care about. Romantic relationships! Woo-ha! Mediators are dreamy idealists, and in the pursuit of the perfect relationship, this quality shows strongest. Never short on imagination, mediators' dreams of the perfect relationship form an image of this pedestaled ideal that is their soulmate, playing and replaying scenarios in their heads of how things will be. I kind of live in the present more than this says, but okay. This is a role that no person can hope to fill, and people with a mediator personality type need to recognize that nobody's perfect, and that relationships don't just magically fall into place. They take compromise, understanding, and effort. This sounds really bad, like from what I read here, if two mediators meet. That sounds really bad. Love all, trust a few, do wrong to none. That sounds like me. Fortunately, these are qualities that mediators are known of, and while it can be a challenge to separate long-fostered fantasy from reality, mediators' tendency to focus their attention on just a few people in their lives means that they will approach new relationships wholeheartedly with a sense of inherent value, dedication, and trust. Mediators share a sincere belief in the idea of relationships, that two people can come together and make each other better and happier than they were alone, and they will take great efforts to show support and affection in order to make this ideal a reality. But mediators aren't necessarily in a rush to commit. They are, after all, prospecting P-types and are almost looking to either establish a new relationship or improve an existing one. They need to be sure they found someone compatible. In dating, mediators will often start with a flurry of comparisons, exploring all the ways the current flame matches with the ideal they've imagined. These progressions can be a challenge for a new partner, as not everyone is able to keep up with mediators' rich imagination and moral standards. If incompatibilities and conflict over this initial rush mount, the relationship can end quickly, with mediators likely sighing that it wasn't meant to be. Few personality types are as poetic and kind-hearted as mediators. Their altruism and vivid imagination allow mediators to overcome many challenging obstacles, more often than not brightening the lives of those around them. Mediators' creativity is invaluable in many areas, including their own personal growth. Yet, mediators can be easily tripped up in areas where idealism and altruism are more of a liability than an asset. Whether it is fighting or keeping a partner, making friends, reaching the dazzling heights on the career ladder, or planning for the future, mediators need to put in a conscious effort to develop their weaker traits and additional skills. This knowledge is only the beginning of a lifelong journey. Are you ready to learn why mediators act the way in which they do? What motivates and inspires you? What you are afraid? What you secretly dream of? You can unlock the true exponentially potential. Woo, woo, woo. And this is where they're trying to advertise me to buy their profile. I understand. This was really good. I really enjoyed doing this. I'm sorry for the long video. It was actually probably double this length, but I took out me actually undertaking the test. If you've been through this, if you really were interested in finding out things about myself, thank you very much. It really means the world to me. Thanks for watching, and see you next time whatever I do. Stay hydrated, and I'll put the link for the test in the comments for you too. I post videos every day.